Growing up just north of Pittsburgh, I'd always heard versions of it. Stories about a stretch of woods that supposedly runs from the West Virginia line, up past Morgantown, skirting past Pittsburgh, and then all the way up towards Erie before bending towards Harrisburg. People claimed there were sightings of some type of dog-like creature all along that path. They call it the Lycan Loop. I always thought it was just usual Reddit stuff. Dogman stories, oversized coyotes, hunters exaggerating what they saw at dusk. Nothing I ever took really seriously. But all that changed one afternoon last month. My girlfriend and I were looking for something quick to do on a Sunday. Something simple, just one of those easy little trails outside the city where people go to walk their dogs. We ended up at a place about 20 minutes from downtown. Families were leaving and a few cars were still around. It was chill, nothing strange. We started walking the trail, talking about work. Nothing exciting. About 10 minutes in, my girlfriend stopped and asked, "Did you hear that?" And I told her it was probably a deer. This area was full of them. But after another minute, I heard it too. Footsteps, but not steady like a jogger or someone cutting through the woods. More like pacing, matching our strides, stopping when we stopped. And I kept looking behind us because the sound wasn't far, maybe 20 or 30 feet into the tree line. But I didn't see anything. Then something else happened that made both of us stop talking completely. We heard breathing. Not heavy breathing like a dog, and not the grunt of a deer. It was low, slow, almost controlled, like whatever it was knew exactly where we were. Then the smell hit us, like decay. My girlfriend grabbed my arm and said she wanted to go back. We kept walking quicker now, and I was glancing to the right because the sound was staying with us, paralleling us, same distance, same speed. And at one point, I caught movement between trees, something low but big, too big for a normal coyote. The shape was different. The back looked arched, like its spine wasn't straight, and the head, it almost looked too large for its body. But it was only for a split second, and then it ducked behind a tree. We didn't talk the rest of the way back. We were too scared, paranoid that this thing was going to come out after us. We just walked fast enough not to look too panicked to other people if we came across them. When we got back near the trailhead and towards the empty part of the parking lot, that's when it happened. We were about 10 feet from my car when something came out from between the last row of trees. And it was just enough to catch the light from the street lamp. Not a full reveal. Not even for a long time, but just long enough. It stood on all fours. The fur was patchy, almost mangy-like, but the shoulders were massive, way too broad for a normal canine. And the snout, it looked pulled back, like its teeth didn't fit inside its mouth. It stared at us for maybe 2 seconds before turning and slipping back into the woods without a sound. We got inside the car and locked the door immediately. Neither of us said anything until I was halfway down the road. When we got home, I instantly posted this on Reddit in the Lycan Loop area, half expecting people to laugh or tell me it was a sick coyote. Instead, the opposite happened. People from all over western and central Pennsylvania started commenting, saying they'd seen almost the exact same thing along the same weird stretch of forest that people call the Lycan Loop. Some say it wasn't a dogman, not the upright kind, more like a hybrid, something that looked like a coyote but wasn't. A few even said Pennsylvania Game Commission had been quietly dealing with unknown canine incidents for years. I don't know what we saw that afternoon, but it wasn't a normal animal, and I still to this day have no idea what we really saw out there.